Have you ever stared at a blank wall wishing it looked like those Pinterest-perfect gallery walls? You're not alone. Many of us end up with crooked frames, weird gaps, or just a wall that doesn't feel quite right. It's a universal struggle. You hang a few pictures, step back, and something is always off. But don't give up hope. Gallery walls are so popular because they bring personality, memories, and style to your space. They're truly worth the effort. The trick is knowing the right steps before you pick up a hammer. With a plan, you can skip the frustration and get a wall that wows every time. Everyone can do this, even if you've never decorated a wall before. It just takes a little know-how and patience. And I'll be with you every step of the way, sharing my best tips for a zero-mistake gallery wall. So, let's get started and turn that empty wall into a masterpiece you'll be proud of. Before you even think about frames or photos, you need to pick the shape of your gallery wall. This first step is so important. The overall shape sets the mood and style for your whole space. There are three main choices: the neat rectangular grid, the artsy salon style, and the sleek single line. A rectangular grid is great if you love order and a modern feel. All the frames line up, creating a clean, polished look. If you like things tidy, this is your best bet. The organic salon style, on the other hand, is more playful. It feels creative and relaxed, with frames arranged in a loose cluster. This shape suits people who like a bit of fun and don't mind a little quirkiness. The single horizontal line is perfect for small spaces or hallways. It's simple but makes a big impact. Choose this shape if you want something minimal but still stylish. Think about your room and your personality. What suits your vibe best? Picking your shape now will save you time and headaches later. Remember, there are no wrong choices. Just pick the shape that feels right for you and your space. Now comes the fun part. Planning your gallery wall before you make a single hole. The craft paper template method is my favorite way to do this. Start by rolling out a big piece of craft paper, or brown wrapping paper, on the floor. Lay out all your frames on top of it, moving them around until you're happy with the arrangement. Trace around each frame with a pencil. Write a quick note inside each outline about which photo or artwork goes where. This helps you remember your plan. Now, carefully cut out each paper template. Use painter's tape to stick them to your wall, just as you arrange them on the floor. Step back and look at your wall. Move the templates around until the whole arrangement feels just right. This is your chance to experiment without worrying about making mistakes. Take your time. This step will save you from patching nail holes later. Once you're happy, you'll know exactly where every frame will go. No guesswork, no regrets. Consistent spacing is what separates a stylish gallery wall from a messy one. Aim for 2 to 3 inches between each frame. Too close, and the wall feels cramped. Too far apart, and the gallery loses its impact. Grab a ruler or a small measuring tape to help you keep every gap just right. Mark the spacing on your craft paper templates before you start hanging. This way, you'll have a guide to follow. Even spacing makes the wall look professional, like something you'd see in a magazine. It also helps each piece of art stand out, instead of fighting for attention. Don't eyeball it, measure every gap. This might sound fussy, but it really pays off. If your wall is big, use a spirit level to help keep your lines straight, especially for grids and single rows. For organic salon-style layouts, keep the spacing even, but don't stress if it's not perfect to the millimeter. This simple step will make your gallery wall look polished and put together every single time. Every great gallery wall needs an anchor piece. This is the biggest or boldest frame in your collection. The anchor draws your eye and gives the whole wall a sense of balance. Without one, the wall can feel scattered or unfinished. So, start by choosing your anchor. Maybe it's a favorite photo, a colorful print, or even a mirror. Place your anchor piece at eye level. usually in the center or just off-center of your planned arrangement. Build all your other frames around it. For a grid, your anchor might be in the middle row. For an organic gallery, it can sit a little to the left or right, setting the tone for the rest. This one piece will help you arrange the rest of your frames. If things ever start to look messy, just check if your anchor is still in the right spot. It's your wall's home base. And don't be afraid to go big with your anchor. It's the star of your gallery wall, so let it shine. Now let's talk about frames. Do you want all your frames to match, or do you love an eclectic mix? Both styles can look amazing, but the trick is to be intentional. If you want a calm, classic look, choose matching frames in black, white, or wood. This works especially well for grid layouts. If you prefer a more playful, creative feel, mix different shapes, sizes, and colors. Just keep one thing the same, like all black and gold or all wood tones. This helps the wall feel united, not chaotic. Too many different styles can look messy, so pick 2 or 3 main frame colors and stick to them. Lay your frames out on the floor first. Move them around until the mix feels balanced. If you spot 2 similar frames next to each other, swap them for variety. The key is to blend consistency with a touch of surprise. No matter your choice, commit to it. A thoughtful mix or a uniform look will always beat a random jumble. When you count your frames, try to use an odd number: 3, 5, 7, or 9. Designers love this trick because odd numbers feel more natural to our eyes. Even numbers can make a wall look too strict or stiff. The odd number rule makes your gallery look effortless, even if you planned every inch. If you're doing a small gallery, 3 or 5 frames work beautifully. For bigger walls, shoot for 7 or 9. You don't have to stress if you end up with an even number, but try to make odd numbers your starting point. Odd numbers also help with arranging your wall. The anchor piece can sit in the middle, with other frames fanning out on either side. This keeps things feeling balanced, but not too perfect. Remember, design rules exist to help, not to box you in. But this is one rule that really works. Even the best planners can run into trouble. The most common mistake? Uneven gaps. People eyeball the spacing and end up with a wobbly wall. Always measure. Use painter's tape to mark positions before you hammer any nails. This tiny step saves hours of fixing later. Another issue is rushing. Take your time, especially during the craft paper and measuring stages. It might feel slow, but it's much faster than patching holes and rehanging frames. Over-mixing frame styles is a trap too. If every frame is totally different, the wall looks messy fast. Remember to keep one thing consistent: color, material, or shape. Don't hang everything too high. Art should be at eye level, with the center of your anchor piece about 57 to 60 inches from the floor. And finally, don't forget to step back often. Look at your wall from across the room to check the overall effect. Mistakes happen, but with this method, you'll avoid almost all of them. Stay patient and trust the process. You've read the steps, and now you're ready to create a gallery wall that looks straight out of a magazine. Remember, planning is everything. With craft paper templates, careful measuring, and a steady pace, you'll have 0 regrets and 0 mistakes. Don't be afraid to show your personality. Your gallery wall should tell your story with photos and art you love. Enjoy the process, and don't worry if it takes a few tries to get things just right. The effort will be worth it every time you look at your beautiful wall. Invite your friends over to admire your handiwork. Take photos and share them, because you'll want to remember how great it feels to finish a project like this. And remember, everyone starts as a beginner. You've got this, so go on, gather your frames, grab some craft paper, and make your walls a work of art.